YouTube. What the hell going on? See how I said that? Like all calm. Like what the hell? You good? That's what I mean when I say that. But like you good. Now if you yell the shit, and you're like, what? You then you really mean what the hell going on? So some fishy in here. We need to find that shit out. But anyway, we're gonna react to what the fuck happened to hip hop cover. I said this in another video. Niggas don't do this shit. I don't even see niggas do covers no more. The cover would depend on if I buy your shit or not. The cover, just the cover, like R&B covers, niggas used to sit, goddamn, with their arm up and shit, you know, niggas with their shirt off and all that shit. I ain't used to buy them hoes. I just find a song that I like, but ain't nothing wrong with R&B. But hip hop, shit, Gucci Man had all the 5 mixtape covers. If I can remember, Lil Wayne used to have the five mixtape covers. Jeezy used to have 5 mixtape covers. 2 Chainz, he used to have decent. Who else? 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 I can't remember. I think NBA YoungBoy when he first started, he used to have 5 NBA. I say NBA covers, hip hop covers. That's all I remember. I remember Gucci Mane had some mixtape. All them hoes had fucking covers. Them hoes used to be fire. But anyway, we're gonna hop to the video, see what the hell happened to him, cause I really want to know what the fuck happened to him. This is on the side of a bus rolling down the street.
Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Is this how you want to be respected? This is how you want to look? This is how you want to be portrayed? Stand up to this bull. I'm from Philly. I actually should support Meek Mill. This is disgusting bull. Is this art?
It's been said that when it comes to first impressions, presentation is everything.
Album cover.
From movie trailers to snippets of leaked tracks, we often make up our minds long before the finished product ever reaches us. And when it comes to the long and storied tradition of the hip-hop album, the same rules apply. But in the recent past, particularly during the dawn of the streaming era, more and more rappers have seemed to start phoning it in with their album artwork. Either there'll be a moody-looking black and white shot of the artist,
please excuse me for being
another
antisocial,
themselves, or cartoonish depiction of them a la Pooh Shiesty, 6ix9ine, and others. As a result, album covers are no longer receiving the emphasis that they've not only traditionally received, but rightfully deserve. Let's not forget, a great album cover can be crucial to your legacy and elevate your artistry to an entirely new stature. From Tyler the Creator's ability to capture a record's tone with a cover, to ASAP Rocky's stunning creative suites, and the alternative reality of Travis
Travis Scott
there are
had
most certainly
some
artists
nice
that will
ones.
still invest time and money into the creation of something eye-catching and memorable. And when you consider how much those famous covers live on in the form of merch, wall art, and everywhere in between, it's a no-brainer. For an example of an artist getting it right, look no further than photographer Jeff Jenks' reflection on creating the cover art of the instantly iconic Mad Villain. From the Afrocentric woman that adorned A Tribe Called Quest's covers becoming an iconic symbol, to Nas's 7-year-old face hovering over the New York City skyline, these images have become synonymous with a place and time. Likewise, the sleeve for Wu-Tang Clan's Enter the
I can't go
36
back that
Chambers
far.
became such an integral part of hip-hop that the abandoned church in which it was shot is now a minimum of $5,000 to rent. And if you happen to be at Joseph's restaurant in Toronto, you can bet that you won't be the first person to ask to be seated at Drizzy's table from the Take Care cover shoot. Capable of conjuring up
That's crazy. I didn't know
opening
that.
up new dimensions for suburban or inner city listeners alike, album covers have always had a real power to them. Even if the artists aren't as eager to experiment, some pockets of the internet still place considerable stakes in them. After all, the front and back cover of Kendrick Lamar's Damn was so overly analyzed that it had fans convinced that another record known as Nation was coming shortly afterwards. So what happened? Well, when you break it down, there's one force that's behind it all, the internet. As whether they're afraid of backlash or simply don't see the point when the album will never be consumed in full by listeners, it's clear that since the advent of streaming services, it's been less of
albums now, bro. Not TikTok, fucking Twitter. Bro, I remember when who album was that? I remember Uzi album came out. Man, it wasn't even 30 minutes. The nigga talking about they listened to the whole album. Like, bro, talking about this the best album of the year. How? You gotta listen to it at least 2-3 times. At first, at minimum, you gotta listen to it 2-3 times. Now, the only person I would say I listened to probably twice, and I knew it was the album of the year, was Gunna shit. Definitely listen to that shit 2-3 times at work. That shit was the best shit ever. But I listen to, I guess J. Cole was right. When you get older, some shit you just don't want to listen to. I used to listen to Uzi. I want to get back and listen to Uzi, but yeah, niggas don't listen to the full album no more. Some niggas do, but these young people don't listen to that goddamn whole album no more. I know. When was the last time you had a no skip album? For me, it was Gunna. Gunna was a no skip album. Drake, these last couple albums, I don't even listen to I'm kind of swaying away from Drake, trying to go into somewhere else. But old Drake, oh yeah, old Drake, hell yeah, no skips at all. Especially Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, no skips. Back in the day, Carter, Carter 1, Carter 2, Carter 3, Carter 4, Carter 5. Had some few skips. Not too many, but yeah. These niggas ain't listen to this shit no more.
Ross's Richer Than I've Ever Been album cover received such relentless clowning that he had to change it before its release.
Damn.
Likewise, when Meek Mill tried to push the boat out a little bit with a digital art-based approach on his latest album, Expensive Pain, most people weren't willing to accept an abstract take from him.
I'm hoping, just like I hoped with Drake, there would be a theme that wraps all this random around.
Drake had 12 pregnant emojis. Come here, Diamond.
I think a lot of people do it. I think
Come on.
Kanye's cover of Nothing is to go viral. I think
Yo.
Drake's cover
Yo.
of
Come on.
Pregnant Ladies is to
Uh-uh.
go viral.
Come on.
I don't think it's Nothing.
Go.
I think this is to go viral.
Go.
You're Meek Mill. You're not Drake and Kanye. Like, this ain't gonna go viral. If anything,
I'm not gonna
it's
close
go
the
viral
gate.
in the opposite way. I'm gonna laugh at it.
It's open.
As predicted, Meek's artwork wasn't commended for its vision, but derided for its depictions of women. In the same vein, Drake's cover for Certified Lover
I didn't
Boy,
understand
as
that
illustrated
cover.
by British conceptual artist Damien Hirst, was met with more groans than applause.
No.
Tell me the art world values mediocre
No,
white
Mo.
cis male artists above all else, without telling me the art world values mediocre white cis male artists above all else. Wrote visual
What was the meaning behind this shit? I never got it. Was it a meaning or he just put some shit up here? I never got the shit.
activist Jasmine Waukee on Instagram upon its unveiling. Thanks Champagne Poppy for reaffirming the utter mediocrity that rises to the top of the art world. From NBA YoungBoy greenlighting nightmarish Photoshop jobs with Birdman and leaving fans unmoved by the rest of his artwork, to artists such as Childish Gambino choosing to forego a cover entirely for $315.20, rappers are now towing the line between artistic minimalism and simply...
They not doing that shit no more.
But even while the days of Ye commissioning artists such as Takashi Muraki and George Kondo for covers that may have gone in favor of the all-black cover of Donda, Ye still recognizes the impact that a provocative cover can have when paired with the right record at the right time. Not least of all, Pusha T's 2018 project, Daytona. In an interview shortly after its release, Pusha explained how Ye convinced him to deviate from the standard format of a rapper's picture and opt for a more symbolic take, one that cost $85 grand.
What?
Basically, we were working on the music, and I had done a photo shoot with a photographer who I always work with. After we were done with it, Ye was so happy with the music. He was like, man, I really think that the visuals and the art could be stronger than what I picked. I was happy with it because it was a picture of me. He came with the picture with the Whitney Houston bathroom thing, and he was like, "This right here says everything. This is
Oh, hell no.
the pitfalls of the drug game. It's the ups, the downs. It's the high life." And I couldn't disagree with him.
A record that's been critically lauded since its release, the photo of the sordid scene doesn't necessarily make or break the album, but it's impossible to deny that when it comes to
come on now, you can.
Daytona, the cover lends an entirely different dynamic.
I mean, I understand what he was going for, but you could have did that with yourself. You could have just put blood on yourself or some shit. That's what I'm guessing. But goddamn, $85K for that picture. I hope he made it back. Maybe I don't understand. Maybe I'm thinking too hard. But goddamn.
That only helps to strengthen its legacy. Whatever you feel about it, you remember the first time you saw the cover and the emotions it stirred in you as you listened to the music. But, as touched upon previously, a culture now exists in which, unless you're a Kanye, Jay-Z, or Frank Ocean, artists are generally discouraged from making bold artistic statements. And while he's certainly not the only one who's felt the brunt of trying to step out of the box, the story of Lil Yachty's Teenage Emotions cover, which became such a hot-button issue for elders to critique on channels such as Vlad TV, is a clear example.
Like when I did the cover for Teenage Emotions, I did not do that with the intent of, ooh, this gonna piss off. I did it like in the intentions of like, this is really gonna bring things together. This is really gonna bridge a lot of things. Putting two gay men on the cover, I still think that it's.
No.
I think that it was the right thing to do, and yeah, I don't know. I don't get people. Nobody even got the message. It was honestly just like, I mean, the youth got it.
But just as you could be derided for doing too much, you can also catch plenty of flack for not doing enough. For evidence of this, look no further than the late Virgil Abloh's cover art for Pop Smoke's posthumous album, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. After the design was unveiled, fans were quick.
Damn, he died so
Rather
young.
than ignore it, some of those involved in the process realized that with the power that the album cover still holds, it could be detrimental to the rollout of a project. Hey Virgil, we need new album art. They ain't gonna go for this bull. 50 Cent wrote after its reveal. Love your work, let's get to it. Steven, I told you that was ew. Let's get it right. Composed with just a picture of Pop against a backdrop of barbed wire and metallic roses, Virgil's design failure came as a shock considering that he previously knocked it out of the park. From the Watch the Throne to Love is Rage 2 to West Side Guns, Pray for Paris, Virgil
shit
had a
fire.
knack for creating summations of what the artist's musical world was all about. But when it came time to craft a design for Pop Smoke, he missed the mark considerably. But even when a new design was finalized, fans remained dissatisfied. This, in a nutshell, depicts the stock that fans put into an artist's album cover. As when they nail it, there's every chance that it'll be etched onto their walls, worn on their chests, or even tattooed on their skin. And although artists may fear the wrath of the internet, they should bear in mind that when it comes to crafting an iconic album cover, there's no set formula.
It's definitely.
Look back upon the past.
Oh yeah,
some
like I
truly
said.
terrible album covers are legendary.
Yeah, these whole legendary. Like I said, shit like this. Back in the day, oh man, album cover was crazy. Back in the day, they put more effort into it.
In their own right.
Not saying they don't do it now, they do,
Texas,
but
Ben and Pixel
some people do.
spearheaded a style that became iconic and essentially defined the look of Southern hip-hop in the late 90s to early 2000s. Led by lead designer Sean Brock, these covers, which were commissioned by everyone from Master P to Juvenile, may have been crude in execution, but they were certainly never boring. But more importantly, they were all crafted to the specification of each individual artist, no matter how wild their vision was.
I guess it was always the challenge is we would have our clients come into us and they'd have these imaginations.
These niggas don't do that shit no more at all.
Only unbridled by knowing what we could do for them. We had 5 artists on staff at Pen and Pixel that could do custom covers. And they would sit down with the client and they'd sketch right there. And they would come in sometimes with their own concepts, which were so outlandish, but it was a challenge to do it.
First, I would like to thank Pen and Pixel for the covers.
Yeah, 3-6 Mafia definitely had some nice.
You can't help but pick it up.
Yeah, they had some nice ones.
Now, you know.
Having recently returned from retirement to design 21 Savage and Metro Boomin's Savage Mode 2, the legacy of these gaudy images and the affection that people have for them proves that in the production of the album covers, modern rappers are worried about the wrong things. So while many aspects of the past naturally faded away, the album cover is an institution across all forms of music. And now, rappers have the responsibility to try and carry on the tradition.
Yeah, people don't really. People care. There are definitely people that care about your album cover still, but I honestly couldn't even tell you what the fuck about album from. Since Spotify and shit came along, I don't even know where. Do they even? I think they said Best Buy finna stop selling them, or someone finna stop selling album covers and album shit, cause don't nobody buy this shit no more. It's just a waste of time. They had that shit up there. That's like DVDs and shit. People still use DVDs. I don't know why. When you just click a fucking button, but hey, some people like living in the past. Some people don't want to go to the future, baby. You better go to the future. Your ass get left. But anyway, like the video, like, comment, subscribe, share. Peace. Boom.